Now, romance scams robbed Britons. There was a time when we very much used on Yahoo Messenger, or then when you had such websites such as Christian Singles, Mingles, and the iZones, where people will exchange details, and promise themselves love. Now, some people have actually gotten married that way. There are even shows across the pond, whether it's in the East or in the West. There are shows dedicated to people who meet online and then develop romantic relations to the point where even families get involved, right? However, for those minute, maybe 3 or 4, maybe grains of sand on the beach, you have a plethora of scammers, and a good number of them come from Nigeria. But before I continue, let me say this: whilst we have a very bad reputation, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to mess with your cousins over at the Indian subcontinent. They are doing things and undoing things. If you think Nigerians are bad, take a visit. Just go online and check the statistics for online scams and their origins. But we come back to Nigeria as we look at a very interesting debacle. Now, how many of you have had the good fortune of engaging a scammer? You know this person is a scammer. Some of you have had your videos and your pictures engaging with them on social media. They've gone viral. People have laughed. But what has become a very interesting trend in the past 2-3 years is the fact that when you call out a scammer, the range of abuses that come through is staggering. And I mean, from everything to insulting your great-grandfather, from everything to you are stupid, and not restricted to even your children. So why exactly do people who spend time and effort to defraud you get so angry when you call them out? They don't even stop at getting angry. In those days, they'll just end the call and everybody goes to sleep. These days, no. You give them bass, they give you boss. This morning, we have a gentleman who has experienced his fair share of scammers. Their love, their hate, and sometimes even their friendships. Are they friends with him? Let's find out really if they are friends with Carl, the point man. Orakwe. Carl, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you, Jude. I wouldn't say they are my friends. But
Really?
I think I have a theory on how sometimes they select the people they try to scam. Because I'm just wondering, I used to wonder, is it randomly? You just pick any number from the call log and you dialed and you try to scam the person. I think it's from people who know you. So people who suspect, let's try this guy, we'll be able to get something. So either sometimes even in a place where you work, or those who work in the place where you bank, or even those who are in your neighborhood and your streets. So perhaps you may have had dealings with the electrician before, or the plumber before, and somebody maybe gets a hold of your number. They look at it, it'd be like, say, that guy. Like, say, maybe if we shake hands small, something will come out, And because I've always wondered, how do they pick their marks? Is it just randomly? Do you just call anybody? Because you just might be calling maybe Mama Yabo, who is just managing to fry plantain or fry this thing. How much will you be able to take off her? Because I'm just wondering how they pick their marks. I'm not friends with any of them.
Okay, so Carl says he's not friends with any of them. But apparently he has had some engaging, conversations with a few. Now, recently, and this was a friend of mine just yesterday, all right? She got, a random call,
Okay.
It was persistent. So she kept thinking, I hope it's not from home. Maybe
something important, an emergency.
And then she answers. And when she answers and the person says, hello, my name. As soon as she just said my name, she cut the call. Used the app Truecaller, and somebody saved it as scammer.
Okay.
Scammer from one of the banks. Scammer. And then she goes back to sleep. The person calls again, and to indulge by say, hello, good morning, how may I help you? Say, my name is so and so, I'm from your bank. After the guy spoke for about 2 minutes giving details, she asked, my brother, are you not tired? This is a new year. Guess what this person said?
You tell me.
We not gonna stop. Person must fall. Sister, you see him now, you check him. And then she goes, what are you? Those of you who don't understand Yoruba, you know what that means. And Carl, for a good 3 minutes, she put this call on speaker and was recording. a good 3 minutes, this fellow was ranting, was insulting, you would have thought that he just got scammed.
But rather, he's the one trying to scam someone.
He is the one trying to... He rained abuses.
I was thinking when you said he screamed, we're not going to stop, this year somebody must fall. I was thinking it was going to be a jovial fellow. And I would say that that's one out of the ordinary. Because the case usually is that, just like you just mentioned at the end, they eventually become a bit violent and start hurling insults at you. Now, for the month of January, which just ended, I actually had 2.
Oh, you were lucky, man.
The first one, I've had numerous before, but for January, I had 2. The first one, I got a call. Now, here's why I say it's perhaps someone who knows you, or perhaps has, innings concerning perhaps your dealings. The first one called and now said, I am from your son's, they called my son's, they say I'm from so school, which was my son's school, and we're going to be having a PTA, which will be online. So we have sent invites to those on the groups. So I want to confirm what your own invite is. And that's, first of all, he asked me, will you be attending the PTA? I said, what time? And they gave me 9 p.m. the next evening. Okay. And I told him I will be on duty, African Nations Cup. I said, I'll be on duty, so I'm not going to be attending. The guy was not persistent, but you should attend. I said, well, did you hear me? Because his tone sounded so. I said, did you hear me? I didn't say I'll be playing or sleeping. I'll be on duty. I didn't tell him what the duty was. I just said, I'll be on duty by that time, so I won't be able to attend. He said, okay, anyways, they sent invites to everybody. So let me just give him the confirmation that I received. I'll see a number on my phone. I should give him. As he said that, I was now wondering, does this guy think he's talking to a child?
Maybe.
So if there's a confirmation, I just quickly took the phone off my ear and pressed it and looked. For WhatsApp, I had been sent an OTP. So he was not saying it's a confirmation for the attendance of the meeting, let you know. And I say, oh boy, look, if I'm going to attend the meeting, I will attend the meeting. He said, why is it that people don't used to hear what? Just give me the number. That's what he's saying. So think about it. If that was actually a parent or a teacher, is that how you're going to speak into a fellow parent or a teacher? Say, you people don't used to hear what? Why? Just give me that number that they're using. I said, oh boy, rest in Jesus' name. And I turned off, And I quickly called the head teacher, at the lady in charge at my son's school, to let her know, because others also on the platform, there's a WhatsApp group actually. Yes. So I'm thinking someone pulled my number off the WhatsApp platform.
Or maybe somebody's device had been hacked.
Okay, yes, that's most likely. That's what usually happens. So once someone's device has been hacked, so it came from that platform. So they see, usually from a community where people know you. That's what I'm getting at. Then the one that happened day before, just before the month ended, I think on the 30th. Yes. I was here in the office, and our colleagues were downstairs saying, oh, well, you'd have recorded this because I put it on speaker. The person calls and says, I am from so-and-so bank. I bank with them. I'm from so-and-so bank, that you have just been given a bonus of 10,800 naira. That's when I put it on speaker for everyone around me to hear. You have just been given a bonus of 10,800 naira. If you hear his voice, that guy cannot work in a bank. I'm not using this to sound, but there's a class or a certain sort of... Yeah. So I want to tell you that you just gotten a bonus of 10,800 naira. I said, really? That's nice. I know. Everybody needs any money he can get these days. How do I get my money? He said, but first of all, I want to ask you, are you satisfied with the charges, our usual bank charges? I said, what do you mean? He said, usually there are bank charges for any activity. Are you satisfied with them? And I said, bank charges are universal across banks because the CBN supposedly has given a regulation concerning that. He said, and he wants to know whether so that maybe they will now need to refund me the ones they have collected from me. And really? See, oh boy, this time of the year, any money one can get, everyone is interested. So refund me the money now. He said, okay, so you will need to give me your account number. You need to give me your BVN. I said, oh boy, you said you are from the bank. He said, yes now. I said, if you are from the bank and you called me, you have my account number. He said, no, this one is from headquarters. It's from headquarters. I'm calling you from headquarters, so you should give me this. I said, oh boy, look, see, if you calling me from the bank, you will have my details available for you. Oh boy, send me my money. And he started, let me don't say the way he said it. And the insults now came. Because now I was asking, oh boy, send me my money. See, I have 10,800 naira. And he became violent and all that. And started, hurling insults. Once last year, it was a lady, and that's the one that, you poor man, You useless man. After I had found her out, I'm asking myself, if you're found out, why don't you just smile and laugh and just say, well, you don't catch me, but waiting man go do that kind of thing now. Maybe perhaps this could be a way you are friendly and maybe my own disposition that I can say, oh yeah, my buy recharge card. No, this is where you just.
I don't think. Maybe you're too nice. I don't think. I don't think any Nigerian will find that the person on the other line is a scammer and say,
it will not happen. But there's a way you should be friendly. You know, there might not be a rapport. I don't know. Like you say, it's going to be a difficult thing. But there's a way you should do it. Do you think perhaps all the other scammers? We grew up hearing of the likes of Fred and Judua. That's the way they
the big
ones. Then, do you think they got it by being they were nice? You know, how do you scam someone? I've just protected myself from you. You're not able to scam me, so you found out that this man is wise. He knows. Then you become angry. You're insulting me for being wise and not falling for your tricks.
I don't. I really don't.
Then let me quickly add this: when someone calls you and now say, "How far?" You don't forget, and you say, "Who is this?" And I say, "You don't know who is this." I never fall for that thing. I'm usually impatient. I say, "Please, I don't know who is it. Who is it?" If I ask who is it, means I don't know who is it. Usually, now the one that happened with the lady last year, I was in a good mood, and I made the mistake of now saying, "Is that Joy?" That was a mistake. Say, "Yes, it's me, Joy." But it was when the woman now said, "Hey, please, you need to send me some money to Susan." That's when I knew.
This was
so never fall for. See, all those ones I say, tell me now. I pass around. I'm moving around. I hear people now say, "Oh yeah, now tell me now. Don't forget who is it? Who is this calling?" Oh boy, don't indulge anyone in that manner.
The person is not serious.
You called me. Please tell me who you are. If you're not ready to call me, usually I'll cut it.
End of story. All right, so Carl seems to be attracting them. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's his charming good looks. It could be the reason.
They think I have money. They don't know.
Hey, so I don't know, Carl. Maybe you have to, speak to your private,
Dude,
confessor.
we work here. Both of us.
I don't know what you mean because I don't have these experiences. Carl seems to be one, with the magnet. But we're gonna go on a break. When we come back, maybe you have the answers for Carl and I this morning. Why are a good number of these fraudsters, why they get insulted when you find them out? They become rude. They swear for your ancestors. And sometimes, and this is just me thinking top of my head, what if their ancestors are your own ancestors? I wonder who's going to get the fire. When we come back, Hello Port Harcourt returns. is already coming through. We're going to read them and start to engage with you very shortly in about 5 minutes. So get set. These are the numbers you should have. I'll call them out as always later on. But for now, have them on speed dial 08179230002, 08179230007. Then you should be following us on social media, Facebook and on X, former Twitter. Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH, for all the best conversations that you would need to know, particularly about Port Harcourt. If you want to know about Port Harcourt, there's only one place. Get to Facebook, look for Hello Port Harcourt, look for the previous videos, previous comments, and have a fantastic time being infotained. We take pride, at least I do take pride in that. Now, let's get back to Carl, our resident attractive scam guru. You know, he's someone who just seems to get all of them. Nobody knows why. Now, Carl, just off the microphone, we were talking about why it's so prevalent. There have been calls several times. I'm sure you see some of them on social media. People asking, what exactly is the telco, or what are the telcos doing? You know, we know somebody says somebody's number as scammer. Why is that number still active? And then who should we be reporting to, you know, when we feel, or when we sense, or when we now know that this person is a scammer?
Well, that actually becomes a problem. Now, if you use some certain websites, you will notice where we have comments. They usually give rules of the house. Even the likes of a Facebook and all that. They will tell you to flag or report abusive comments. What does that mean? It means that Facebook, they know that we are the regulators of our platform, and we're not going to allow our platform to be used for perhaps, you know, things that shouldn't be. Now, maybe for the telcos, there should also be that, should I put it, information put out there. Okay. If you do have any number involved in fraud or whatever, such as this call pranks or scams like this, maybe you report them and they could bar, because there are terms and conditions. We don't read them. When you buy your SIM, there's usually a small leaflet or
very fine print.
Yes. So there is something, and I don't think they encourage anyone to use their platform for fraud. Then that aside, this should be for the police. There should be an arm of the police. They have, of course, special anti-fraud units. They have this units. They have that unit.
That's what the EFCC is in charge.
No, apart from the EFCC, the police also has, you know, they have different units. And also, if there should be something, I think, created, maybe a mini unit created for, you know, small scams or frauds like this, you know, when it comes to telco fraud or stuff like that. I think there should be small units.
Online scams.
Yes, there should be small units, because it's their job to investigate. It's their job to also protect the citizens. So there should be small units, and it should be made public so that people can call. So here's the big one now. People do not report. We just talk about it like the way I've just talked about it. They do not report the number. That's what happens. So except they now save the number as scam, then if you perhaps have that app or those apps that can identify incoming calls, when the calls are coming in, you see and know, scammer that is calling, you know, that kind of a thing. But if people who had clear access or clear route to who they could report to, I'm sure people will call and report a particular number. Okay,
all right. So now let's start to engage with you. All right, the phone lines are good, but we have regulations of our own. Please, when you call in, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. And very importantly, please keep your comments civil. We like to be gentle people here. The
views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
08179230002, 08179230007. These are the numbers you can use to talk to us, share your experiences. Don't forget, I'm asking, why are these scammers rude when you catch them, when you call them out? My brother, my sister, I know you are a scammer. Stop trying to steal. Repent, change your evil ways, and then you get a barrage of insults. None more so than your ancestors are evil. They are weak. You are useless goats. There have been so many. Now, Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH. I'm going to get your message. Some very interesting messages have popped in. Can't wait for you to hear these ones. 90.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God.
And good morning to your guest in the studio, the Carl man.
Good morning to you, bro.
Jude, this morning, when I wake up from sleep,
this morning, no.
I saw a WhatsApp post, and I opened it. It's just about this coming stuff. And I was just saying, how I wish I would discuss this thing with you on Wednesday for Eyewitness Report. The same group, they'll call you for a group meeting. And say that, Jude, take this code, though. We want to take that code, then ask your WhatsApp number. And they will use that number.
It's an OTP.
Fraud your friends. Now, Jude, one car was talking about Facebook. To me, I accuse that Facebook is supporting scammers. They ask Jude police, and now Jude report to his friends. Now Jude's friends, about 10 or 20 friends, are making the same post on Facebook. Jude or Mommy, the post has been hacked. Please, they are aware. Facebook is seeing this thing that friends are reporting. Facebook have right to put that
account. Okay.
Well, they're not saying that one. That's not the complaint too. You have to contact them directly.
That's the thing. You have to contact them. Don't forget, all of these things are happening automatically.
Now, Carl have already told people to contact them. But when you are seeing the same post on Jude listeners, Jude Facebook has been hacked. They have every right to maybe look
into Ibiso, I understand the point you're trying to make, but like Carl said, you have to make a formal report. You have to make a formal complaint.
Can't read everybody's messages. There are thousands of messages, millions of messages.
Don't forget the privacy laws. They're not meant to just come and say, Ibiso, I don't like your page, and cut it off.
Let me ask a question. If they ask your page, Jude, how can you make you have to open another Facebook page? How can you make that
there are ways to do it.
Just go below. You always see
it there.
Yeah, flag maybe comments that are
or accounts. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Let me go to the second one. A guy called me at his social bank after talking, say I should call my ATM number and the card, and now use my friend's phone that is expired. And we are calling it. So the extent that is the ATM. Now the extent that is I accepted and said, I use your band because it's your
okay, so wait, Ibiso, let me ask you because we have another call. Ibiso, hold on, Ibiso. Why do you think these people get angry and insult you when you catch them? Why
they get angry? They don't have conscience of what they are doing because their conscience are dead because they know that this is easy to fraud people.
Okay, all right. He says they have lost their consciences. 92.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning. Have you been scammed recently?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Muriel from Africa.
Good morning, Muriel. Have you been scammed recently? Did they insult your grandfather by chance?
No, not actually. Mine happened was it 6 years ago.
6 years?
I was in a first station, yes. And I need to ask a question concerning it. I was in a first station trying to feel better. They want this family agent. They will just wait and just watch, Maybe if they like your car, they just come close to you and give you this, if you want to travel, and they like, and then they take your number. I believe that guy, when I gave him my number and I was going, something told me, I said, no, this person is not a good person. And do you know that evening, I began to get, he called, funny calls, not even, maybe he's the person, maybe he's showing his dog. And up to this moment, Jude, I'm not falling for that scam, and they're still calling. Why is it that they don't even give up? That number is still calling me. It's calling
you to buy ticket to travel to abroad.
Yesterday I was like, if my friend is abroad, it's not about the traveling,
They use that to get her number.
I don't have that person. Your sister, your elder sister's husband.
Wow.
A popular one.
Now, ask me, I don't even have a sister. Which one? Which sister? In fact, I even waited until the man talked. I said, okay.
Hello?
Why don't they give up? And I still book. I have to, when I open my Facebook account, I I don't know. I lost the pin when I had issues, so I now had to open another one. So when I got back to the former one, for years I've not been using it. I see some people will be tagging me and be sending posts about this. How can we block this our old Facebook accounts so that scammers cannot use it?
Well, once again, go online and do a research. But Muriel, from your own experiences, when they get angry, why do they get angry? What they are doing is not nice. So why are they angry? Why do they insult people?
I'm really angry. No, I'm not the person to the end though. When they finish talking, maybe when they see that, I don't even respond. When they finish talking, hello, did you hear? Did you hear me? When I don't even respond to
they will get angry. They'll get angry that this person is ignoring them.
Yours is even worse. 90.3. Hello, Potako. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Yes. Welcome.
Yes. My name is Tom Polo.
Welcome.
Tom Polo from ULL. You see? Hello.
Yes, I'm listening to you.
You see this issue of scamming and scammers. The telcos are supposed to have a lot of work to do. Because as the provider of the service, they should know and have a good regulation process to regulate and also try to block or miss most of these scammers, because people have also reported.
You know people have reported them.
Wait, Topolo, who do you know anyone who has reported a scammer?
Of course.
Okay.
To the telcos.
I know my elder sister.
She reported to who? The police? The juju priest? Who did she report to?
The telecom agent, to a network provider.
Okay.
And they think they will look into it. And most of these things come as a source of greed. Like as you are saying, we love sweetness. Imagine somebody just called you that you want this amount of money, that you should call this number, and that you should do this, that you have, and within you know truly that you never played any game. And you never had any time to go and make any
true.
Know, and somebody comes to and tells you that you just won, and you'll be happy, so excited that what you are going to do to collect the money now? How you say, send me your account number, send me your business and this and that, or they will say, send me 1,500 the charge card, and all those things are part of the things that make me understand to fall free to all these things.
Greed.
Yeah.
In some cases.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough.
WhatsApp something. WhatsApp truly is encrypted. I won't mean encrypted. It means that somebody cannot get your
details from outside, true.
Because of the encryption. But now we find out that the encryption processes are not working.
That's not true. Topolo, they are working. Wait, hold on, Topolo. They are actually working. They are working. That's why they ask you to send the OTPs. If they're not working, they could have seen it themselves. They won't even need you, right? They won't even need you. They work. I think that's something that we should be very clear.
Because they call you to ask for that OTP sent to your number.
Yes, that's evident that they cannot or they are not within the system.
Yes.
That's the encryption working. Now the smart number is on 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. But before we get to the smart number, Carl, I'd like to share these two messages with you. First one, imagine the situation would have been like if our young ones didn't engage in Yahoo business. The crime rate in this country would have been unbearable, especially under the current hardship that we have been subjected to our leaders. Unfortunately, the Yahoo boys are heavily contributing to the growth of our economy, directly or indirectly. Although scam is a crime, but it is better our young ones engage in cybercrime than carrying guns. And I will also advise the Yahoo boys to concentrate more on foreigners and leave poor Nigerians alone.
I was going to say, at least the person out said it's a crime. Look, it's a crime. Do you think carrying of guns and robbing people or jumping offenses, that's the only crime? this is a crime and it should be no way encouraged whatsoever. And even if you say they should not now scam Nigerians, they should scam, it's still a crime. What do you mean?
I don't get it.
As a country, we'll be advocating scam foreigners. Then
no. Wait, if you didn't get my opening salvo, over £100 million was illegally obtained from Britain in 2020. Over £100 million. And this is just from the I love you scam, the romance scam. Oh, I love you, please date me. Oh, I love you, I want to spend my life with you. And then after a while, oh, my back is aching me. Oh,
send me money.
I need to fix my computer. Blah 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 blah. Oh, because I love you, I'll pay you back. And then it just continues. It's still a Escobar. There's no way to justify this. I understand a narrative that people have been giving that, oh, it's helping the economy. But I don't think...
if there was no cyber crime, there would be increased crime in society.
But it is still
this is the crime.
This is the crime. That's also the thing. It's the crime. And let's put this in context. For those of you who are of the same thought process that it's helping the economy, it isn't. Because how do they get the money?
It's still from someone.
It's still from someone. They have to money launder it. They have to launder the money, and then that puts strain on your forex already, because you are talking to people who wouldn't mind paying 1,000 plus naira for $1 because they know it's coming from illegal sources.
Well, that's even that. Just think of it on the average. Now, a civil servant is the one who gets the call from that man posing to be a bank agent or a bank staff, and now tells you, give him your ATM card number or give him your BVN or your account number and everything. Then goes on to clear everything in your account, your life savings, a civil servant. How in any way is that? See, even if you had stopped the civil servant on the road and showed him a gun, perhaps he'll give you all that in his pockets, But
you've taken his life savings. That's a crime. Oh dear. All right, that's a drop call scenario. Now to the next question, next comment I said that I need to share with you. This is from Mr. Zion. He said, "Good morning to you, Jude. Upon identifying him as a scammer and to save a dying soul who is so hungry and desperate, I just told him to send me his account detail, and I just credited him with something to eat that afternoon."
Oh, so he sent him something. So he had identified he's a scammer. So maybe he was thinking he's a hungry man. So like I told you initially when we spoke, that maybe it could just happen. Maybe I'm in a good mood that day.
Yeah.
And if the person now find out, oh, Baba, you don't catch me, and I say, man, things hard. Even if there's this thing, send something, might buy a mineral, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I know it will hardly happen, but maybe because the person was, I'm just saying, if the person was that nice, maybe one day it might happen, and I say, okay, I'll send you 200 naira or 500 naira for mineral or something like that.
Or maybe in the case of Zion, maybe he sent you like 5,000.
Maybe he says because he knows he has it. So you're not scamming me, I'm giving it to you. I know. But when you now get angry and start insultive, that's what I don't get. That's no matter what job you do. Even if you're a policeman, even if perhaps you're a cleaner, you're janitor or whatever, and there definitely will be people who will get to you and make you angry. But you see, in whatever business you find yourself, I'm not saying this is a business, you've got to learn how to be, interact with the people, I know. So your job is to steal. Then you get angry when people find out that you're a thief.
Okay, now something just popped in my head after I read that message from Zion. So Zion claims he gave this person money because he felt the person was so hungry and he was poor. Who is to say he's not going to try it again?
No, so he will now keep at it. So that's why sometimes they say you do not encourage those who do stuff like that, because he will now think, so yes, let me try. Even bad as bad, if I'm not able to scam the person, I might come across someone who will take pity on me and send me.
And we know that people are very good at pretense. I worked. The first job I had was at the cyber cafe in Benin back then.
I've been trying to refrain from talking about, because that's where I also grew up in Benin and I witnessed a whole lot of stuff.
The former is now the business is no longer is no longer active. Net Express. It used to be owned by what's this bank called? That's another defunct bank. All right, it used to be owned by them. It was the best cyber cafe in Nigeria. I make bold that because they had branches in Lagos, Abuja, Benin, Port Harcourt, and they didn't have one branch. They had like four. Whenever you have the bank, you are likely going to find Net Express back then. Carl, I saw girls who would cry, and I mean cry, in board, then when we open that main gate, they will cry, "Oh, the mosquito nearly killed me. Send me dollars. Send me dollars. I can't breathe. I can't breathe." And when they are done, just
lots of scams. Back in the day, then we'll see young men dressed nicely, sometimes suit and tie, and you ask them, "Where are you going to?" They say, "We're going to the office." Then you ask them, "What office?" They tell you, "Job office." That was a common thing then in Benin. They tell you it's the job office. I think one of the messages I read somewhere, someone talked about, is it one of the callers, where they'll tell you you have someone in the hospital, your in-law. I've gotten that call before. An in-law you do not know. Will not say whether this is your sister's husband or this is so your cousin's husband. She's right now in labor, and there's plenty of things we need. That reigned, I think, sometime maybe last 2 years. That one reigned. It did happen. So these scams, they try to modify them, but when people get wise, they now move on to something else.
Okay, so why do they get angry when people like Carl call them out? That's what we are asking this morning. Morning to you.
You marketing training, right? You came out the first person that you came across that you want to sell a product, make how will I put it now? Make fool of you and the product. How will you feel?
Well, I'll feel bad. I won't insult the person.
Yeah, but it
can still be a future customer.
Like,
no, but this is not product you're selling now. Somebody has told you, look, if you use this pattern, nobody will figure out you with the word hammer. Maybe the first person, okay, fine, second one, the third one. Meanwhile, it is from that same training that Mr. Bobo Hammer is now driving, how do they call all those baby boy or baby girl and all those. And you are trying for the first time, no way, the first 10 people, they keep catching you. How will you feel?
So that's why they should insult me, because I keep catching them.
You refuse to hear word now. You refuse to hear word. The guy called you and was like, I said, check that number I sent you and send it back to me. You don't hear word. See, just yesterday, I got a WhatsApp message from a guy who owns the number that I respect so much. Happy New Year, JJ. I say, Happy New Year to you too and all those. He said, I have an emergency. That I'm in a place there's no network.
Red flag.
I want to send you somebody's number. Help me transfer money. I'll make it all back to you. I'm like, okay, fine. I want to transfer the money, whatever amount, but on this condition. Tell me you, because you're claiming to be another person now. Tell me your account number and the person's account number. You know what he did?
What?
He now sent me, let me bring out the stuff now. He now sent me one Aliu Fatima. On, yes, I'm telling you. It's there. Aliu Fatima on Pampay and the account number and all the stuff. So I now say, okay, let me even call this guy now. I called him and he said, look, my WhatsApp has been hacked for some time now.
I like that.
I've reported to the DSS. Also. But it's still on, and also all I did was just to block him, and the number the guy sent to me, I also forward to him so that they can use it to follow up, because that PAMPay number is also like a phone number.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe that would have allowed for easy identification. If not, all areas they are there.
So Jerry, I need to get to that. So you are saying that it's because people like Carl don't say, yeah, well, that's why they are angry.
Yes, you know what? Yeah, at all.
But you too, you were smart. Why didn't they swear for you?
No, they won't swear for me now because we're the same swear now.
You can't use juju and self juju.
90.3 Nigeria for good morning. Hello. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Couldn't hear anything. All right. Good morning, Brother Jude. I just imagine why these scammers get angry when they fail to scam people. No be juju be that. Christopher Morege is asking. Well, that's what I'm asking. Do you know why? Doesn't make sense to us. Good morning, Jude. Chris here. Someone met me on the road and pleaded for money to feed. I gave him money out of pity. So I stood at a distance to see if he would use the money to get food items. To my surprise, he used the money to buy pack of cigarettes and started smoking. I regretted giving help.
That's his own food.
Hey, All right. Good morning, Jude and Carl. Yes, All States Trust Bank and Metro. That's the bank.
Net Express.
Yes, All States Trust Bank. The bank eventually went under. It was Abakaribo. Thank you very much, Carl. I felt like I was a banker. Small me that time. Working inside, I felt because we have to dress well. It
was a cyber cafe.
Yes.
A very quick one. Something JJ just mentioned. That's something I also do. You get a message from somebody you know and you respect, and please help me send. Or I usually call. I'll call the person because I know I will call the person. I beg you, they've just hacked me on Facebook. They've just hacked me on WhatsApp. No.
Don't fall
that's
for
something
that.
You could do.
So whenever I get to receive messages, whether Facebook or those social media platforms, please call if you know the person personally. All right, so that you can avoid being scammed or cost.
Be part of the moments to remember with AFCON 2023 on DSTV. Experience Africa's biggest football tournament with all 52 thrilling games live